Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Amaj back here in another video, and we about to get into another Maury video. And today's video about to be about Bonnie Blue. I guess she's getting arrested. Shit, I can't wait to see this fucking reason of why, because I do not follow what the fuck be going on.
Interesting story here. Star Bonnie Blue faces up to 15 years in jail after being detained over bus stunt in Bali. And guys, Bali is located in Indonesia, and Indonesia is an Asian country. And another thing people don't realize is that Indonesia is a Muslim country. I believe like the largest Muslim country in the world.
Them niggas do not play around. Those Asian countries do not fucking play around. I mean, look what fucking happened to Vitaly, my nigga. That nigga is struggling right now.
Or if not the most densely populated in general. And over there, they take their laws pretty seriously when it comes to filming X-rated content, of which this young lady, she's 25 by the way, hard to believe she's actually Gen Z, but she decided to callously.
She's 25. I know I'll be looking older for my age, but I thought she was like 35, nigga.
And coldly disregard the law in that Muslim country, and now she's facing the consequences of her actions.
British star Bonnie Blue could face up to 15 years in prison following her shock arrest in Bali last week, but legal experts have warned of her likely true fate. Experts say the controversial model will probably face deportation and a lifelong ban from entering Indonesia and could be detained until January or February next year.
And guys, I just gotta say, you already understand the laws of Muslim countries, right? If you're going to a Muslim country, you all already understand that they have specific faiths and beliefs in Islam, and in the Quran, I believe, is the book that they read from. They have certain tenets and principles. Why would you then go to a Muslim country on vacation and on, business, I suppose, because she does what she does. By the way, she's the same girl who slept with like over 1,000 guys in one day. Remember that video I made?
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this is the same person that did that, bro. Oh, that gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Not sure if it's still up or not. And then by the end of it, everybody was sick, like literally physically sick. The cameraman was disgusted. She was crying. People were asking if she was okay. It was a whole mess. But I just gotta say, why would you risk 15 years in jail or prison in an Indonesian prison? We all already know that how Thailand's prisons are and a lot of other Asian prisons are. Why would you risk that? Because you wanted to get a train ran on you by 15 different guys in a Muslim country of which you knew could risk your freedom. Is the money really that worth it?
The adult star, who's 26, was hauled into custody alongside 17 male tourists between the ages of 19 and 40 years old for allegedly making pornographic material, which is banned by Indonesia's strict morality laws. Her trip to Bali was advertised on her social media as a chance for young Australians on graduation celebrations.
I know, like, people are stupid, but she's really stupid. I know money runs on her brain and she doesn't really think of her actions. All it takes is a quick Google search of your phone, or if you got an iPhone, Siri, and just say something to the mic and they'll tell you the X amount of years you can get for that shit. But no. They just like keep breaking rules over there in the most craziest countries.
Known as schoolies, to meet her as part of her bus tour.
What? You're telling me the participants of this bus tour are called schoolies? And apparently, according to Google, schoolies is a popular Australian tradition where year 12 high school graduates, which are basically seniors here, celebrate the end of their exams with week-long holidays, often involving parties, festivals, and travels to destinations like the Gold Coast, Byron Bay, Fiji, or Bali. And for these, I guess, high school seniors who were 18, she invited them to Bali for them to do what they were doing to her while still being technically in high school. That's crazy work, I'm not gonna lie. But according to this article from the New York Post, they say police in Bali have yet to release additional information following the arrest last week of controversial OnlyFans model Bonnie Blue and 17 male tourists, including 15 Australians who have since been released on suspicion.
17? That's disgusting. Why would them, bro? You can't be that freaky as a nigga to go just run a train on one. Just imagine being right after that and they just did their business Ew, nigga.
Of breaching Indonesia's strict anti-graph laws. If prosecuted and found guilty under the law, Blue, whose real name is Tia Billinger, and who gained fame for having adult contact with 1,057 men in 12 hours in a documentary about her career, faces up to 15 years imprisonment in Indonesia and fines up to 6 billion rupiah, I believe, which is their currency, approximately $541,000 converted into USD, which are the maximum penalties. A large cache of items including professional video cameras, mountains of contraceptives, and erectile dysfunction drugs, which is for the male organ. To get it up, a small blue light pickup truck with the words, and I quote, Bonnie Blue's Bang Bus painted across the front and side, in addition to the content creator's own Instagram account in which she can be seen soliciting school-age teenagers over the age of 18, so basically 18-year-olds, possibly 19-year-olds if you stay back a grade, for rated content activities.
Oh, so she going through an interview process to have sex with 18-year-olds, dude. What has the world come to, man? What has the world come to? Oh, that's weird. You going to actual like high schools basically and giving out interviews. Who wants to run a train on me? Nah, nigga. Nah.
Were seized by police in Bali following a tip from a concerned citizen or citizens. So multiple people were under the suspicion that Bonnie Blue was there for nefarious purposes and reported them under their law to the authorities and said, yeah, you're not doing that here in our country. Fuck all that. Seems as though that a couple of Indonesian citizens may have known who she was and, was not going to let that fly in their community. And here's a snap photo of Bonnie Blue, aka Tila Dillinger, doing shots with schoolies in Bali. And guys, before anybody in the comment section is confused, obviously in different countries and different cultures, the age of drinking or the age of consent will be different than that of the laws here in America. Obviously 21 here in America, but go up to Canada, 18, I believe Mexico, 18. Pretty much the rest of the world, it's like 16 to 18. And America is kind of, in terms of our age of majority, way behind everyone else. I believe decades ago, it used to be 18 here as well, but Americans for some reason couldn't handle their liquor. And yeah, politicians voted to increase the age of majority to 21 for drinking and 18 federally for everything else. So I say all that to say that everything that she did with these young men is completely legal according to Australian law and Indonesian law, aside from filming the content that she was trying to film. However, aside from that segue, back to the article, they say, but according to Philo Delano, a managing partner at the PNB Immigration, a law firm in Jakarta specializing in helping foreigners deal with the Indonesian immigration and legal matters, if found guilty, they say Blue will probably be deported and banned from ever entering Indonesia again, meaning she can't go back to Bali, rather than prosecuted and imprisoned, because it would probably cost them more money. They don't want her in our country. They don't want her in their country, obviously.
I mean, that's true. It's just better for them to chuck her ass back to wherever she from and let them deal with that shit. Or she probably just gonna come over to the US and just fucking do more bullshit.
It's not worth it. And here we can see a massive bus rounding up all the young men into the back of the truck, bringing them away. The photo looks kind of weird. I don't know why it looks kind of AI-ish, but I'm just going to assume distortion, maybe some upscaling issues here. But yeah, man, I mean, obviously any young man is going to take the chance if they're already, in a dry spell. They're not going to pass up the chance to get some free, how should I say this?
Nigga, even if you in a dry spell, you still want to run a train right after a dude already did his business first. I mean, you know what? There's a lot of desperate ass niggas out there. There's a lot of desperate ass niggas out there that will fucking totally do that. If they ain't got no play in a long ass time, bro, they're doing that. So I'm not even gonna say I don't underestimate this shit anymore. There's a lot of people around the world that will just go for that shit, even if she's known to be the nastiest OF model ever.
Actually, I don't think I want to say it, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. Here we have another snapshot of Bonnie Blue here in this light blue dress. They say Bonnie Blue was detained by police in Bali over her bang bus stunt. Another photo of Bonnie Blue here. Not sure if this was taken in Indonesia or just pulled off her Instagram. Here we have one top comment from Buddy the Pup. He says, I don't understand the hate. She's an incredible actress and has won awards for her performances. Her movies are well produced, and the casting of her co-stars and support supporting cast are among the best in the business. Gotta love the sarcasm. Another person said she'll be crying and begging the State Department to intervene for her, and I hope they say no. She knew the rules and flaunted them. Actions have consequences. Yes, indeed they do. Another person said her soul has completely disappeared from her eyes. Another person said looks like Bonnie blew the wrong people. Randy said she is so nasty. Barry said that is a hard 26. She looks like the crypt keeper. Dawood said the woman is a living succubus. Raymond said 26. She looks like she's 40. And Chris or Curse said a national disgrace. While we are trying to protect women and girls. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in very strange times. The fall of society is here, and I'm sitting here on the sidelines, commentating, making money off of this disastrous downfall of society. Another person said 26, she looks like she's 46. That lifestyle is literally taking years off her life. Yeah, it's crazy. Someone else said 26, she...
All right, man. Bro. So, yeah, I feel like this shit's weird. This chick is basically so fucking disgusting. Like I said, that's a hard ass 26, bro. Man, like I thought she was like older this whole time, man. Like even for her to even go to other countries expecting to get some content done, that shit's not gonna fly. I don't know why people, all these content, even content or OnlyFans or content creators going to other fucking countries thinking shit's gonna slide, and it's not gonna slide. People see what you do online, and they're not gonna be taking that shit. They're not gonna be taking disrespect in their whole fucking country, bro. Like other countries hold they shit up to like good moral standards. The US used to do that, but like only if you do some shit. Freedom of speech and freedom in general just make it not really worth anything anymore. But hey, man, you want to see me to react to some more crazy ass videos? Like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.